3 coplanar points, and bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
On the level.
The way I phrase it is a monument to the curvature of the Earth. It really
totally
is.
agree.
Level. It really
totally
is.
Agree.
Level.
And bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
Just put my camera on. I just need to know if the sound's coming.
Yep. On your, looks like you've got your face on it. We're ready
Brilliant.
to go.
Awesome. Sorry, guys, bit of technical stuff there, trying to figure this out. I just wanted to come on camera for the first time and welcome everybody to Emma UK show, which is, well, you've heard the usual. We try and have civil discussions. We try mostly to have civil discussions. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out. But this evening we have Bev Try Thinking, and he's going to take everybody through the water level test that we are proposing and get some comments and feedback at the end of it. So enjoy, bear with us.
You're looking at the board now. This is an other water level test that Slice Barkane is doing. He's calling it the bending water level test. And what what Sly has is 16. I don't know whether there's 15 or 16 there. Individual 100 meter water levels. Now, let me get this round here.
You just have to remember you go a bit quiet when you're facing the board.
For anybody, is that better?
Perfect.
Right. For anybody that doesn't know, this is a water level. It is literally just a big tube with water in it that shows the level on the tube. So if you lift it up, it will always equalize to become a level. Now, Slice Barkane has 16 of these, and he's going to put them like that with 100 meters apart. That would be he's got 16 of them all the way along, and he's going to cite them. I say that this they'd just be level, all of them. They'd just be 16. But Slice Barkane's method supposedly is a bending water level, and I think he's presuming that the centres will be higher than the end, hence the bending part. But this is just cited along there. Bang. So that's a water level test. Slice Barkane, 100 meters, like about a mile that is, across from one side to the other, right? Now, so does that explain what a water level is, right? So it's not this. This is a spirit level. This is a completely different sort of level than the water level. The water level is just a pipe with water. Now, this tool, it's within a confined tube, so you can carry it around and anything, but the water level will be could be anything. It's any device that utilizes the surface of liquid water. So that equalizes, but that could just as well be a big trough of water. Imagine if it was a bath, then the level at one end of the water would be the same as the level of the other. It's just the tube. This tube here is just a container for the water. It's quite simple. So, not to confuse the water level with the spirit level, or wait a minute, and keep sitting down here. This is an auto level that you put on top of a tripod and just sight through it. What the site level is also for checking level. It's just an optical way of doing it, as opposed to the water level. But the water level's the oldest and obviously the most obvious type of water level you have. Right. Any questions about the water level?
I'll keep an eye on the chat, but yeah, if anybody wants to jump in here, carry on.
Okay, right. I'll have to give us a second while I just set up my test now. This one won't work. You hear that slide? Passes that Brula. You want to come in?
Okay, nice.
Right.
So
is that a good view?
Yep. Picture's great.
You can see both ends. Right. Right.
Like it.
All the tubes out.
Speak up a bit.
Okay. I'll get me pipette. Now, what happens here? This level. This is a series of water levels. Now they've been set up. The initial test was to see you have the green water level that just comes from one side to the other. Now, I say that this is scalable to any distance because the water level from this side to this side will be the same. The contested part is the center part here. So because it's contested, the hotly contested areas here at the center, we put a tap in the one long water level. I mean, silly to do this, but I mean, certain people require. So you put this tap in. Now, because this is contested area, you need to check the level of the center opposed to the outside. So what you do is you get another level here, and you use this level to check this level. I'm just going to get a little bit of water.
Bev, we have a question, funny enough, from Jose. He would like a definition of level for you to define level. I'm not sure where he's been for the last year, and whether or not he's heard you maybe speaking about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll show you this is what we're doing. We're explaining it now, right? So this level here, you want this level to be checked at the center. Well, it's not quite the same level. So you do is you fill the water up. Can you see that? I don't want to. Until at the side it's equal there. You check that. And then you come here and check. Oh, it's the same level here. So this level here is the same as the green level. And then we'll check this side here. Not quite the same. So we'll just add a bit of water in here. There you go. It's now the same here and the same here. So that is all of these levels checked. They are all on the same horizontal plane, Jose. Horizontal. So what it does, this level, they all establish a horizontal plane of reference. Now, if you make these blue one, green one, 1 mile long, then these two here would be half a mile long. Now, if the levels are all the same, that means that the water level across the whole distance is the same. It's the same horizontal. So this test goes to show, prove, not that it needs proving because everybody knows that level is horizontal, but this goes to show that level is horizontal. There's no hump here. This one can be checked with this completely independent water level. Pretty simple.
Nice. So what are we planning to do with it?
Well,
because this is a prototype, obviously.
Yeah, I can test that this is known to everybody already. It is a basic fact that everybody knows. But if it needs to be done, if certain people think it needs to be done, all we need is hosepipe of enough distance from one side to the other to make this setup. Now, it depends on. I say it's horizontal, so it doesn't matter how long you go, you will always have this setup here that you see right in front of you here, horizontal. If you could scale it up to a mile, all of these three in the center would all be the same level. But that's all that's needed here for anyone to do this test is, first of all, decide a distance that you would like to do the test. I mean, we have a can I do you want to come onto share my screen, Emma, and then we'll go on to Google.
Okay. Yep.
Right, so this is the Leeds to Liverpool Canal, and I'll show you the beginning because this is the Mersey, and you come through from the Mersey in the docks. It's gonna be dirty Mersey, and then you come onto this clean water. There's one lock here.
So I have to give a shout out to Spot On Level, who can't be with us, but he is listening.
Oh yeah, good man. So we're coming up the canal. There's from the River Mersey. There's 1 lock, 2 locks, 3 locks, 4 locks, and then we're up on the top of the canal. You see here, the canal just ends because it's Liverpool this way. So this is the one end of the canal, comes straight up from the Mersey. Now, this is the canal, and it goes all the way. Oh. It goes all the way around here to this point over here before the next lock. So all of this canal, 27 miles, meandering this way, past Aintree Racecourse, canal turn. That's this canal. There's 15 miles from as the crow flies from lock to lock. And along this stretch of canal, we found a really straight section. Now, the big line is 2 miles from here to here. But 2 miles is a bit too much. I mean, that's 32 inches of drop, which is a bit ridiculous to even imagine. And there's a lot of surveyors that have said less than that. I mean, I think it got quoted this morning by Scott, and it said quarter of a mile is measurable. So there's a spot here. Now these shorter lines, this is a bridge that you can go and you can stand on this spot here on the bridge and sight to this point here. This is half a mile. And you can sight to this point here, which is another bridge, another half a mile. So from this point here, these 2 points across this canal, sightable and seeable from this bridge, 1 mile. And we could set these levels up on the side of the canal here. And there should be, by the calculations, we've got some ballers to do over the last year. They say a 2-inch Sadgitter at the midpoint here. So on my camera, the middle, they were saying of them 3 levels, the midpoint should be 2 inches higher over a mile. They say it should, and it's measurable. That lots of people have said. I say they'd be rather silly to do that and think that they can measure the height of a level surface. But I don't know. So it's doable. I don't think it's needed. But if anybody thinks that it's worth doing, like especially the ballers and the globers, I mean, you'd imagine they'd be up for this test because it would definitely prove, wouldn't it, that if there was curvature, which they think there is, it should be they should be up for it, but they don't seem too keen at the minute.
Okay, we have another question from Jose, who
Okay.
says, how will he determine if all of the points are horizontal? It is level following the curvature of Earth optically.
Well, you can look at all of the tubes are next to each other, right? So you can check the level of the other end by the tube in the middle. Do you want to get on my camera again?
Yep. Okay.
Go, laser. These 3 here, all
Closer to the mic, Bev.
all of these 3 here.
Yep.
The center one is the same level as the outside ones, right? So if that's the same level as the outside ones, and then this red one here is checking that it's the same level at the center, and this one here is checking that it's the same level at the center, then all of these points share a similar straight line. And if all of them check the similar straight line, then there can be no curvature.
Okay. Jose saying optically is the only way. We need to see all the tubes distant.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
They will be.
What you're talking? No, I think what he's doing. He's doing the Sean Hawkins. Has Jose been paid by Sean Hawkins? Because that's what Joe was saying earlier.
Oh, really?
He says you need to do slice arcane. You need to look down them, but you don't need to look all the way down them because this one here is referenced by this one here. Like you just need to look at these 3 tubes together.
Okay, so unless he sights across the ends, it will be a fail.
No. See, look, Jose, you're not seeing, right? These
that was bunny ears. Sorry, there's a few of them in there that are saying
these 2 and these 2 are all the same level as these 3 here. So all you really need to do is look here. They're all the same level. Like how can you not understand that? This one here is referencing this one here. And this one here is referencing this one, which is here. They're all the same. I know it's hard work, Globers. When you're faced with reality, and you surely don't understand reality or how reality works.
Yeah.
Practically, it must be tricky. I'll just put this down, and then I'll go through the other ways of trying to explain how we do it.
Because I mean, it's not like the surveyors do this quite a lot. As
Surveyors
Ryan's
wouldn't
saying
need
in the
this
chat.
middle point.
No.
Surveyors wouldn't need this middle point because they trust that these two ends are level. They wouldn't need the middle one. I mean, it's a... I'll show you why it's sort of silly in a minute when I explain how surveyors would do it.
So the one above, the drawing that's on the board, what is that?
This one?
Yes.
Yeah,
What is
that's
that?
Slice Barkane's bending water level test.
Okay.
Put up that. Yeah. Put that up there.
Because
Got the
Sly
bullshit.
did actually do a test, or he attempted, but
Similar, yeah.
Mhm.
Failed.
Okay.
Failed. His first one failed, and this one will fail as well if he's after bending water
Okay.
level test. Right. How far down on that camera can you see? Can you see this far? If I draw another,
Yes. Yeah, if you want to draw, yeah, I'll just hang on. Put yours up on the big screen again.
got the back of my head at the minute though. So.
Sorry, guys, we are kind of doing this on the fly. So. Well, we have all the stuff prepared, but we have to do the live practical stuff. So. You get to watch Bev's art skills.
My pens are rubbish. Right, so you have a level, one of the earlier levels that I set up. Is that better? Right, you've got an auto level. I'll show you again in case you stuck. This one of these, you put it on a tripod here, and you're at the side of the canal, the same canal that you're doing the test on. Yeah. So you set that up, and it's level. When you look through it, it is a horizontal line of sight. And you're setting it up. I don't know if there's never really any surveyors around when you need to, but if we pick a distance, if we say the maximum distance that level could possibly go for, let's say, 200 meters. So we measure out our 200 meters, and that's being fair. So the 200 meters, and we put our measuring stick, one of these, up there, and we sight through our sights, and then it's at, I don't know, let's say, because you're looking through it, let's say 5 foot, the scope's at 5 foot, you're at the side of the canal, the water level of the canal is just underneath there, so you measure down to the water level, you come up with 5.5 foot, something like that, for the water level at that point. But we'll call that X. Can you see that?
Yes.
So if that's at 200 meters, then we're going to come back half that distance. And we're going to measure this here. And I say you would end up with height X. Now, don't think the surveyors, well, on the ball side, that if these two are both the same distance, that would indicate that from here, looking out across the water, it's the same. It's parallel. The water level is at the same height as the sighting level. So these two lines would be parallel, I'd say. So what we do is we get the level. I mean, this could be done at the side of the canal also while we're doing the water level test with the other ones with the pipes, and we're laying them out. We could have two theodolites set up. Anyone could look at these. And this one here would be also 200 meters.
So would this satisfy their optical element, do you think?
Well, I just I would draw that there.
I'm sure they'll let us know.
Yeah, right. Well, here you go. If that, so you've got two levels. One here, A and B. Now, if B is sighting this one and this one in the same crosshairs, you could just alter the focus and see them. And if that number was the same, and then this one here is looking, and that is the same, then you could just copy that whole thing out and keep going down the canal, and it would all be the same. Now, if they were all the same and they're all sharing the same straight line segment whilst doing optical checks, Jose, I mean, that sounds like what you were after, Sean, as well. The point here is, if you're a surveyor and you're doing this, and you take your sighting on this point here, then at what point do you think they need to check this one here? Because I think any surveyor would get offended if you were to say, yeah, I know you're looking at this one here, but how do you know that this one isn't higher? You get offended, wouldn't you, if you were doing your job? So these middle points here aren't needed. They're only needed to teach people that level is horizontal. This is what surveyors do. They use tools with straight lines. They call that level horizontal because it's perpendicular to vertical. It's a straight line.
As I suspected, that when you started talking about this section, Jose then went on to, I can't take this anymore. Very repetitive, all because Bev doesn't know what level is and how to test it. Keep thinking in the small scale and avoiding to do the observation.
Yeah. Does he know what sort of scale is? I don't think Jose understands what scale is.
No, but if anybody's got a couple of miles worth of tubing, we'd be happy. Take it off your hands and do this.
We could do this one. This one would be pretty easy.
We can do that one anyway.
Do you think surveyors, I mean, anyone can go and ask a surveyor about this. If you've got a canal near you and you've got some surveyors, just go and ask him. Go and ask him if the water level in the canal is horizontal. What do you think they'll say? I reckon, as proved by surveying techniques, horizontal, right?
Sorry, I've got to read this one out. One of the people in chat has said, Geronism tested using water to level out holes in boards, and it showed a curve. That's why Bev won't do it himself. He has probably seen what happens when flat earthers try and prove a flat earth.
No, this is
just observing reality.
Yeah, this is all about level, right? Because when I first came into this, it became apparent that what the very thing at question is, what is level? Level is your datum for establishing all measurements from. Now, I know, because I've done surveying and studied it, that it level is horizontal. That's what your datum is. Now, a height above the sea level is what everything is measured at. Now, your datum has to be horizontal. I'm not being big-headed about this, and I've not overthought this. This is a very, very basic fact known by everybody.
Bev,
Yes.
have you ever seen the horizon curve at the beach?
No.
No, nor have I. Anybody else? Because there's someone in chat saying that when they go to the beach, the horizon curves and...
Well, let me see. I've got some definitions. I know the ballers hate the definitions of words, but I mean, I will put a few up in the live stream just for people that are finding this a bit hard to understand. You've got horizontal. It says measured or contained in a plane parallel to that of the horizon. And then another one is being in a plane perpendicular to the gravitational field. Perpendicular is a good one. Perpendicular to a plumb line, which is horizontal. Horizontal is at right angles to the direction of gravity. That's another good one as well. On the level parallel to the horizon. So horizontal is parallel to the horizon, and it's also perpendicular to a plumb line. So that's vertical. I'll get you perpendicular for because they'll no doubt not like the idea of.
I'm just gonna try something while you're doing that. I just want to try something with the camera. Sorry, guys, I am kind of experimenting this evening.
Okay, perpendicular there.
Okay, so I've put my camera on. What happens when I do that?
Goes back out.
It goes black.
It goes back to your normal avatar picture.
Oh, darn it. I was going to read the YouTube while on camera, but I can't do it. I'll have to set the web camera up. Dang it, sorry. Can't do that. I will get the web camera sorted, and then I can have my little picture at the bottom of the screen like everyone else does. And yeah, people can get to know that we are real people over here, not just robots.
So
Technology.
yeah, there's a few definitions going up there for perpendicular, level, a horizontal plane. I don't know what Jose and the rest of the guys are thinking. I can't find any mention of curvature. Apparently, McToons has a lot of things, though. A lot of citations from the 1900s.
Would that be on his website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cites, and a lot of them cite that it's perpendicular too. It's so perpendicular being two straight lines.
Right,
guys.
This is probably the point if anybody else wants to jump in and comment and say anything. I'm just going to go back to the YouTube chat and have a look. Emmy UK, have you been for a swim in a calm lake? Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks. Not quite sure what that was about, but yes, I have. Thank you.
Have you done the super chats?
Oh, yeah. All those super chats.
Nice of Jose to pop in. Is he gone now, Jose?
Yeah,
Done
I think
Sean's job. Yeah.
I think so. So yeah, if you've, we can open up now if anybody wants to pop in. Otherwise, we may as well close up. Unless there's any ballers out there who want to pop in. Now is the time to jump in.
They'll be taking it in, no doubt. They'll be working out how to do this. I'll explain it to anybody if anybody wants to come round and explain. Have any problems that they don't want to come out on camera and ask us about. Just pop round anytime.
Or go on camera. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And trust me, this has taken a lot. It's taken me a long time to get on camera. But it's good to finally say hello to everybody. So, hello. And unfortunately, I can't read the chat like this. No, I'm just looking. There's no one in here. Tent's in here, but I think he might be busy. So yeah, if there's no one who's going to jump in, we may as well. You finish off, Bev?
Yeah, well, that just goes to prove level is horizontal. It's a known fact, and the ballers don't like it. I guess they don't like it because it's hard work to understand that straight lines in their imagination always curve. I can't see it myself, and I think there's a group of people now that are beginning to realise that there's quite a lot that you're told that doesn't really make sense, and it's a lot easier just to not think about it. Yeah, so just have a little think about it yourself and try and work something out.
Yeah, Rob's joined us, and we've got. There you go. So I don't know if anybody wants to join the conversation. If not, we'll probably round it out and keep it a short one for the presentation. If you're happy with that, Bev?
Yeah, that's fine by me. I mean, yeah. Anybody, any problems, come round. Otherwise,
yeah. And anytime anyone, just come and chat. We're happy just to chat. As long as you can be civil, then we'll have a good go at doing that as well. Right, okay. I will say good night to everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to go back on camera because I have to press about 25 different buttons. So, good night, everybody. Take care.
And then somebody says, hey, Earth's flat. Hey, Earth's flat. They say, well, yeah, but I know hey, Earth's lots of people that have been to space.
But it's just flat and gorgeous to see.
And so the Earth is flat.
How do we know the Earth is not flat?
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat, and this is a fact.
Remember, the Earth is incredibly flat.
Nothing to do with the flat Earth. Okay.
talking about the water level, Jose.
Oh, I thought you were talking about hydrostatics. It has nothing to do with the water level.
Yeah, it is the water level, right?
You can't make a horizontal a mile long. It's not going to work.
You can make a water level a mile long.
Correct. I agree with that.
3 level points, and you
3 coplanar points.
Triangle between them, or a straight line.
Level is horizontal.
I agree, level's horizontal.
I did not say that the level is not horizontal.
Jesse Kozlowski is irrelevant.
Like DP, he says, level is a straight line on a horizontal plane.
He's a wise man.
Of your understanding of the world in which you live, then of course the world looks flat.
You're a universal horizontal waterer.
The world looks flat.
Bam! Water levels give you horizontal.
I'm using laws of math and physics to show Earth is flat. The world looks flat.
When we say flat, as just a common parlance way of not saying lots and lots of words, when we say Earth is flat or flat earther, we do mean that you think horizontal is level.
But I love flat earthers.
Do you have a brain injury? Because I did have a brain injury when I was younger. It was fixed though. I had a very, very small aneurysm before I joined the military.
Neil! Obnoxious twat speaking.
Anna, fuck you.
You twat.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
You twat.
It's level.
That's what I do.
There are assholes that just talk bollocks all the time.
Horizontal is a plane, level is the curved surface.
Flat is curved.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Axioms of Euclidean geometry stand true for a flat plane, for things that are in 2 dimensions. They do not stand true for anything that can 3 dimensions.
So out of touch with science.
Science doesn't prove anything.
You don't need to be a scientist to know that the Earth is round.
Science doesn't prove things. It's literally not what science does.
They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round.
The Earth is flat.
How can a straight line form a circle?
What point does a horizontal start to bend?
The whole way, all the time, constantly.
If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat,
The Earth is flat, and this is a fact.
that's worth reporting.
I died once.
But you might also want to report on
The Earth is flat.
a bunch of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion that the world is round.
Honestly, science doesn't prove things. That's not what science does. Proof is literally a word that is used for mathematics. The only way you can prove something is with maths.
That's flat. That's flat. That's flat. That's flat. That's flat.
About not believing our senses and things like that. The easiest thing that I can say about that is, if I'm to believe my senses, the world is literally an indistinguishable blur. We have tools that allow us to perceive things better than our senses can. Our senses are actually pretty rubbish and in most cases shouldn't be trusted.
It's flat.
So you go more than 100 feet and this gets really, really hard.
They dismiss solar power.
You jackass.
Yes!
They make jokes about biofuel.
Hold on, moron.
They were against raising fuel standards.
You imagine?
I guess they like gas guzzling.
You're one of the dumbest motherfuckers.
They think that's good for our future.
I'm not just being nasty here, right?
We're trying to move towards the future. They want to be stuck in the past.
Listen to me very carefully.
We've heard this kind of thinking
Yeah,
before.
I would rather cheese grate my nipples.
Let me tell you something.
Listen to my words very
If some of
carefully.
these folks were around when Columbus set sail,
Straight lines can curve.
Listen again.
Straight lines can curve. Parallel lines can intersect.
they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society.
The internal angle of the triangle equal more than 180.
I talk about YouTube characters and names. I don't talk about real life shit.
Fuck is imaginology.
They
Put some stickers on there that say, I'm a fucking liar.
But the only place that proof exists is within us. Well, there we go then. In a mathematical sense, a straight line can be curved.
It would be a straight line.
Oh my god, I've missed this. I need to go and look into this straight away, right?
It can only be perfectly horizontal at a single point.
Oh yeah, it's measurable.
Here's a reasonable offer for you. Suck my dick.
And the trouble is, we know he claims to teach this to his children as well. So
Yeah, that's what bugs the crap out of me.
Teaching that level is horizontal.
Yeah, because that's wrong.
Like that water is level.
No, you teach your child that level is a horizontal plane, which is not true. And the implication of that is that you are teaching your child the earth is flat. The earth is flat. The earth is flat. The earth is flat.
Look, I would bet you both my testicles the earth is a globe.
That's why I bet my nuts is because of 50.
See?
And
that
and the deed in
confident
my
was
house.
Brad of 50s offering his nuts up. He thought he'd go along with him.
I think that was some video I was watching.
Yeah,
in the
50.
chat. In the chat, I said,
You
I'll
haven't
put my
put
nuts
yours on the line too, have you, Brad?
Yep, they're on the line. They're pretty. they're pretty safe where they're at.
No, the question was, again, I'll state the question again. Make it as simple as I can. Do you think it is possible to have a vertical that is parallel to a horizontal?
Yes.